So this is for my Cambodian audience, and I want to talk to you for a second for two reasons. One, I am real, I'm not AI. The other reason is I wanted to have a discussion with you about Cambodia's misplaced trust in President Trump. And unfortunately, it comes down to the reality that Trump favors transactional relationships, meaning that he doesn't give things for free. So the question then comes to, what does Cambodia have to offer Trump? For example, Ukraine, in the past, they agreed on a mineral deal that would help, influence Trump, or that would help encourage Trump to help Ukraine in their conflict. Now, things have changed, obviously, now, but what does Cambodia have to offer Trump? Now, I know, and I could be wrong, that Cambodia doesn't have a huge amount of vast resources that they could offer him, and you probably wouldn't want to anyway. It's obvious that Cambodia is not a huge economic power, so you don't have the leverage there. And self-admittedly, Cambodia also knows that they are not a huge military power, so they are not a strategic ally. Most importantly is Cambodia's relationship with China is far too close for Trump's liking. And I can give you one example right off the top of my head. If you look back at the recent meeting in China, where was the Prime Minister of Cambodia standing on stage? Right behind President Xi of China. Now, do you think Trump sees that? And how do you think he feels when, the country asking him for help is that close to what he considers their main adversary? Trump deals in transactions. And right now, Cambodia doesn't have a lot to offer Trump. So far, Trump already got what he wanted from Cambodia, and that was the nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. And that got a response out of Trump, obviously, and we have seen that. But that is not going to be enough. Now, I'm not saying this as, I'm trying to start an argument. I'm just trying to clarify, and I hope you understand what kind of person President Trump is. Cambodia is not any different. They're not going to be treated special, when, there are a lot of other situations, a lot of other conflicts in the world that are in the same situation. And unfortunately, that's just the truth. Now, probably what you're going to see happen is, unless Cambodia is able to offer President Trump something substantial, you're most likely going to just see him stay out of it. You're going to probably see him let Cambodia and Thailand work this out themselves. Now, for me, I side with Thailand for a number of reasons, and I've made a couple videos to explain what those reasons are. I believe the evidence and the facts that are coming out of Thailand are far more verifiable and accurate than those that are coming out of Cambodia. The only way for this to really get better is for Thailand and Cambodia to come together bilaterally and discuss how things will move forward. And unfortunately, the way reality works is that things will never go back to the way they were before. That's the way time works. Time changes things. And there's going to have to be some acceptance of that. But peace needs to be the ultimate goal.